For decades, Michaelanthony was the quiet backbone of Van Halen. The booming bass, the soaring harmonies, the calm amid the chaos. Now, in a rare and candid interview, the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer is breaking his silence and revealing a side of the legendary band that fans have never truly heard. "I've been quiet for a long time," Anthony says, "but I think it's time people heard the truth, not the headlines, but the heart." Anthony, 70, describes the early Van Halen years as pure electricity, recalling sweaty club gigs in Pasadena, makeshift rehearsal spaces, and the tight bond that fueled their meteoric rise. But tensions simmered beneath the surface for years, exacerbated by lineup changes, egos, and ultimately, exclusion. When the 2007 reunion happened and I wasn't called, that was a tough pill to swallow, he says. "I didn't leave the band. I was pushed out, quietly." He was replaced by Eddie Van Halen's son, Wolfgang, a move that fans viewed as controversial and, in Anthony's words, shocking, but not entirely surprising. Perhaps most surprising is Anthony's revelation that he and Eddie Van Halen reconciled before the guitarist's death in 2020. "We had a real human conversation a few years before he passed. No managers, no press, no drama. Just two guys talking. That moment meant everything." Though Anthony never rejoined the band on stage, the bassist says he feels peace knowing their personal story found a kind of resolution. For years, Anthony's role in Van Halen was minimized, omitted from reunion tours, absent from official press materials. But fans and fellow musicians have long credited him as essential to the band's sound and chemistry. "People forget that a lot of those signature backing vocals were me," Anthony explains. "That wasn't overdubbed in a studio, that was real, and it was live." With growing calls for a Van Halen tribute tour, Anthony remains open, but firm in his position. "If it happens, it has to be done right," he says. "No cash grab, just love, respect, and the music." A voice fans always heard, but never heard from now, playing with Sammy Hagar in the circle. Anthony says he's happier than ever, and finally ready to reclaim his story. "I was always part of Van Halen, whether the spotlight was on me or not. This isn't revenge, it's just my truth."